3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5, to consider the chanting of holy name. 5, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna devotees, I welcome you all on this beautiful platform of Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Before we proceed to our class, which is of Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, please feel free to unmute yourself, announce your name, and give me the opportunity to welcome you all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nina Mataji Dandrat Pranam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Devi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for your beautiful chanting every day, Mataji. Thank you for attending the classes, Mataji. Please keep giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nina Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Leela Devi Dasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Devi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for your wonderful chanting every day, Mataji. I always hear your chanting. It's so nice. Please keep giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashomati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashavanti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam Mata, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. Please keep giving us your association. Welcome.
Hare Krishna, Nina Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, Mata, at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all our Guru Maharajas. All glories to your wonderful, consistent services, Mataji. What an inspiration devotee you are, Mataji. Please keep giving us your association and please keep blessing us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Balavinda. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Balbrinda. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Thank you for chanting. And yes, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all our Guru Maharajas. Thank you for joining. Please keep joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam Mataji, Kripa Mai Sita Devi Dasi. All glories assembled devotees, all glories to Prabhupada. Thank you, ma. From Tamil Nadu, Chennai.
Oh, very nice.
Tamil Nadu,
Yes.
Marthandam, Kanyakumari district. Thank you,
Very
Mataji.
nice. Hare Krishna, Kripa Mai Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from Tamil Nadu, Chennai, near to Kanyakumari. You're so blessed to be there, Mataji. It's already, the aura is so inspirational there. Please keep joining at Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Feel free to spread the word and all of you can join here. Hare Krishna. Thank you for your association.
Hare Krishna, Nina Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to assembled devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for consistently joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. Thank you. Please keep giving us your association. Hare Krishna. Devotees, today we are very fortunate to have His Grace, have His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj, who will be giving us the class today on Srimad Bhagavatam. But prior to that, I will go ahead and give a brief introduction for His Holiness now. His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj is a disciple of ISKCON founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and he's an initiating spiritual master within the ISKCON movement. Maharaj was born in New Jersey in 1947. Maharaj came in contact with the International Society of Krishna Consciousness in Denver, Colorado at the tender age of 24. In 1973, he began practicing Krishna consciousness in New York City, and shortly thereafter, he began serving at the New Vrindavan Farm Community in West Virginia. That same year, he received initiation from His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In 1986, His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj accepted the sannyas order and began preaching in Cincinnati and Columbus, Ohio. In 1995, he began serving as a resident sannyasi in Chicago, where he was based until 2013, when he relocated to Kralovac in Croatia at Europe. At present, Maharaj offers spiritual guidance around Europe, USA, and India. Maharaj has also written a book called Krishna's Way, Natural Living, about the importance of Varnashrama, Dharma, and spiritual ecology. This was a very brief introduction for His Holiness. I mean, several of his devotees join here. They can always enlighten us all of us much more. But until Maharaj joins, devotee, you can continue to unmute your phone or the media wherever you're joining from. Say your name and give me the opportunity to welcome you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nina Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from Canada.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the devotees here, all glories to all the Guru Maharajas. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. Please keep joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nina Mataji, or Goshila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raghavi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my Dandavat Pranam Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. Please keep joining. Welcome.
Hare Krishna, Nina Mataji. This is Trupti from London. My Dandavat Pranam to you and my humble obeisances to Guru Maharaj and my Dandavat Pranam to all the Vaishnavas. Happy to be here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Tripti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to our Guru Maharajas. Thank you so much for joining, Tripti Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, for joining. I received your email for the in Bhakti Sangha. I was about to reply. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
We noticed that His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj has joined. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet, Maharaj. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you. All glories to all our Guru Maharajas. Thank you so much for your wonderful association, wonderful consistent association to Bhakti Sangha and all the devotees. Maharaj, whenever you have the moment, you may take the call over. And today we are going to study from Canto number 7, chapter 14, verse 17. Whenever you're ready, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nayagni mukyato yam vai Bhagavan sarva yagya buk Idyate havisarajan Yata vipramukha hutai. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the enjoyer of sacrificial offerings. Yet although his lordship eats the oblations offered in the fire, my dear king, he is still more satisfied when nice food made of grains and ghee is offered to him through the mouth of the qualified brahmanas. Purport. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 3.9, Yagnartam kamanonyatra lokoyam kamabandhanaha. All fruitive activities should be performed for sacrifice, which should be directed towards pleasing Krishna. As stated elsewhere in Bhagavad Gita 5.2.9, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka mahesharam. He is the Supreme Lord and enjoyer of everything. However, although sacrifice may be offered to please Krishna, he is more pleased when grains and ghee, instead of being offered in the fire, prepared as prasad and distributed, first to the brahmanas and then to others. This system pleases Krishna more than anything else. Furthermore, at the present time, there is very little chance to offer sacrifices by pouring oblations of food grains and ghee into the fire. Especially in India, there is practically no ghee. For everything that should be done with ghee, people use a certain type of oil preparation. Oil, however, is never recommended for offering in a sacrificial fire. In Kali Yuga, the available quantity of food and grains and ghee is gradually diminishing, and people are embarrassed that they cannot produce sufficient grains and sufficient ghee and food grains. Under the circumstances, the Shastras enjoined Yagnai Sankirtana Prayai Yajantihi Sumeda Saha. In this age, those who were intellectual offering yagya or perform sacrifice through the Sankirtan movement. Everyone should join the Sankirtan movement, offering to the fire of this movement the oblations of his knowledge and riches. In our Sankirtan movement, our Hare Krishna movement, we offer sumptuous prasadam to the deity and later distribute the same prasad to the brahmanas, the Vaishnavas, and then to people in general. Krishna's prasadam is offered to the brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and the prasad of the brahmanas and Vaishnavas is offered to the general populace. This kind of sacrifice, chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, and distribution of prasad is the most perfect and bona fide way of offering sacrifice for the pleasure of yagya or Vishnu. Om Agyantam Mirandasya Gena Jana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimakte Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastyatire Satarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhupe Bacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here, sacrifice to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And so we get an insight directly on how to please the Supreme Lord. Pleasing the Supreme Lord is the essence of bhakti. The whole idea of the process of devotional service is to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To offer activities, sacrifices, And as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita in the 9th chapter, Yat karosi, yaranasi, yat jahosi, dadasi yat, yat tapasi kunteya, tad kurusha mararpanam. All that you do, all that you offer and give away, everything that you eat, should be done as a sacrifice, an offering to me. Well, this is the first principle of bhakti. To work in such a way as to keep the idea of pleasing Krishna foremost. That is bhakti. The material world, people want to please themselves, or they want to please their extended relations, either friends, family members, or even society in general. But this is like offering ghee onto ashes. You offer ghee in the fire, and then that is oblations. But if you offer ghee onto ashes, you throw the ghee away, and there's no benefit. So when the living entities act for fruitive activities, neglecting or ignoring the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they're like a limb cut off from the body. The limbs have very important parts in keeping the body whole and happy and healthy. But if the limb is atrophied or cut off, it is useless. So in the same way, the living entities or arms of the Supreme Lord and the body of the Supreme Lord act independent for their own interest. They're like an atrophied limb. They are useless because they can't even help themselves, but to speak of others. When the limb is connected to the body and is healthy, it can do benefit to the whole body in many ways. But cut off, there's no value. Prabhupada would use the example, there's a machine, and there's a screw that is needed for the machine in order to operate nicely. Now, if you go to the store, you might spend, a few pice, maybe some few cents, some pence, something to buy this little screw. It's really cheap. But it has value when you put it into the machine. It makes the machine run properly. But then what is that little screw separate from this machine? It's nothing. It has no value. So we have no value, really, for ourselves and for anyone when we act independent of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So yajna means sacrifice. The word sacrifice comes from the Latin word sacrificio, the Latin word which means to make sacred. So making sacred or connecting activities to the Supreme Lord, that is called yajna or sacrifice. Here, we're getting an insight of how Krishna is pleased by a certain type of activity. Preparing nice food grains with ghee and offering it into sacrifice. In other words, offering it into the Lord. In our temples, we make offerings to the deities, and we also make offerings to the devotees. But it should be done in that way, with proper mantra and cooking by qualified persons who are second initiated, Brahmins. Prabhupada said that no one can cook for the deity unless they are second initiated, like that. Of course, at home, those rules don't apply so strictly, but in the temples, he made it a standard. Cooking for the Lord, or offering puja on the altar, one has to be second initiated or Brahminical initiated. And everything should be done first class. Here we see what are some of the characteristics of first class, that when you prepare food, it should be done with ghee. Srila Prabhupada was very adamant, I use the word with emphasis, that we use only ghee. So after some time, when Srila Prabhupada left the planet, there was this movement away from ghee, and people were using all kinds of these synthetic oils in their cooking. They said it was more economical because ghee is too expensive. Of course, if you keep cows, you get milk, then you can make nice ghee from that milk, and then you have first-class cooking. We were just hearing from Srila Prabhupada's personal servant, Shrutakirti Prabhu, recently, and he picked a whole topic on prasadam and how Prabhupada wanted everything cooked in ghee. And he was strong on that, and not these other synthetic oils. Ghee is very nutritious, tasty, and also healthy. Where these other oils, for some people, they're very tasty, but their health quality is not necessarily up to the standard. I did a little survey many years ago to find out through secular statistics what are the effects of eating with these other oils and synthetic oils like sapphire oil or rapeseed oil. I don't know what of all of the different oils that people use. But it showed that there was a high rate of heart problems, blocked arteries, and a lot of sicknesses that were attributed to people who were cooking with and using these oils, which are not healthy, generally. So Prabhupada wanted everything in ghee, and we deviated with that from the idea of economics, but I think it was more than that. So therefore, if we want to please the Supreme Lord, we should always cook in ghee, and not just buffalo ghee, which they also make here in India. That is not the ghee. Cow's ghee from protected cows, cows that are given a nice care throughout their life, where they produce very first-class A2 milk, making ghee from that milk, and distributing grains and ghee to the Brahmins, as it says here. There is a system that when prasadam is prepared, first the Brahmins, those who are second initiated, are fed first. Then the rest of the Vaishnavas, Brahmins and actually children also are also given first, the Brahmins and then the children, and then the Vaishnavas in general, and then we distribute food to people in general. So this is a very big part of spreading Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada had a program, he enunciated, he said, every temple in our movement should have a farm community connected with the temple in the area, and we will bring nice ghee, milk, vegetables from our farm and cook it in our temples. And he said every morning we should cook a large batch of prasadam. He said 4 items, like puri, sabji, halava, and chutney. He said, cook these items and keep them. And when people come throughout the day, they get nice prasadam. Prabhupada was very strong that everyone who comes to visit our temple must get prasadam. Not that a person is neglected. Everyone should get prasadam. And that is the way of culture. That is the way of spiritual hospitality. That is the way of hospitality in general. So this was part of Srila Prabhupada's program for spreading Krishna consciousness. And then he said that we cook these items throughout in the morning and distribute throughout the day, and there should be enough for everyone. Cook large quantities, and then at the end of the day, if there's anything left over, the devotees can take, he said. So there's no waste like that. So this is for Srila Prabhupada, and so he was very strong. And here it's also mentioned that the Sankirtan movement is the movement for purifying the devotees and for purifying the world. So that includes the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and taking prasadam, especially nice food cooked in ghee, that when people come, Prabhupada said that every temple should have a restaurant. And when people come, they can come to our restaurants or to the temple and get nice prasadam, and they'll be so satisfied, such tasty food, that they'll come back, and gradually they'll become a devotee of the Lord simply by prasadam. One time Prabhupada was in Mexico. He was sitting with a small group of devotees, and he was talking about the glories of Krishna prasadam. And at one point, he referred to the devotees. He said, I think all of you have come to Krishna because of prasadam. And then he went around the room and asked each devotee, is this the case? And practically everyone said, yes, Prabhupada. It was prasadam that attracted me to become a devotee. So, yeah. So this is a very big part. When Prabhupada heard that in our one temple in India, we had this hired cook, and he was cooking for the devotees. Prabhupada came and he wanted to taste what was being cooked and offered. And when he tasted, he said, what is this? This is like, he used a very strong word. He said, this is poison. The quality of the food was so low that Prabhupada became you can hear it there's one particular discussion with one devotee who was there, and Prabhupada was saying, he's cooking just things that are unedible. And Prabhupada was really disturbed. I mean, you could hear it in his voice when he was discussing it. And, this person should be removed, put in good Brahminical cooks, cook in ghee, make nice prasadam, invite people to our temple, distribute profusely. No waste, no limit. Everyone who comes must get prasadam. Even his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, he would have huge festivals, and people would come, 10, 20,000 people, and they would just cook and distribute prasadam freely to everyone. Prasadam wasn't to be paid for. There was no such thing as selling prasadam. This is another thing that has arisen in our movement in certain places. We charge. But what is this idea of charging? Prabhupada said the temples should be able to raise enough money in their preaching, and that way when people come, we can feed the whole city. Then he went on to say in other discussions that we should distribute prasadam to everyone within 10 miles radius of every temple in Krishna consciousness. So we might see prasadam as just, a part of our activity, but actually it is a very essential part of our personal development, and at the same time for preaching Krishna consciousness. It is a very important part. So, but everything should be done first class, like that. And so when Prabhupada was in his last months before he disappeared, he talked about our movement and how people in general cannot understand this philosophy. It's very difficult for them to understand, transcendental knowledge. So he said we should emphasize spreading the holy name everywhere and distributing prasadam everywhere. He said people will come because of chanting Hare Krishna and taking nice Krishna prasadam. They will be happy and inspired to take interest in our movement. As people get involved in our movement, then gradually we give them more and more of the philosophy. But of course, we still preach philosophically. We do that, but Prabhupada put more emphasis on the holy name, kirtan, and chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Wherever these two things are done with precision, with expertise, with bhakti, then people will come. They'll be inspired to take interest in our movement, and they will also eventually join in due course of time. So this principle here, because what is the key thing here? This pleases the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when Krishna is pleased, then there's nothing else to attain to. Everything becomes wonderful. The devotees become very happy, and people in general get the benefit of the mercy of Krishna consciousness. So here is one way to please Krishna. Cook nice food with ghee. When I was in Chicago, I stayed there, and we had some cooks who would always mix ghee with oil. And they would put oil in everything. And after a while, many of the devotees started making their own little arrangements for prasadam, because after a while it became too much. So this idea of oil is not, even though I won't mention certain, cultures within India or certain sections of India that really like to dump in the oil. But this is not Prabhupada's movement. Although Prabhupada was a Bengali, he emphasized ghee a lot. In fact, he emphasized it only and nothing else. And as it says in the scriptures, this is yajna. Krishna is called Yajna Bhuk. He is the benefit of the offering of the yajna. We want to please Krishna, who is called Yajna Bhuk. He is the person for sacrifice. So here we get a little insight in how to please Krishna, and also how to spread Krishna consciousness. So these two things, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and coming together with friends, family members, and devotees in temples and venues around the world, chanting the holy names and having very nice, first-class, ghee-prepared prasadam. And not like we simply get third-class butter from the stores and make ghee. And sometimes the butter in the stores is so salty, and they have salty butter. Salty butter is like something that, for me, it's unpalatable. Can't eat salty butter. So they try to make ghee out of that, and the quality of the ghee is also less. Well, so we should have our own cows and getting first-class milk products, and especially ghee. Open up restaurants and invite people to come and taste wonderful foodstuffs, which are healthy, happy, give nourishment, and also purify the mind and heart and help one to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. Sometimes we use a little saying that chanting Hare Krishna is our weapon for overcoming the ignorance and the sinful activities of society. It's our weapon. But then again, we also say that prasadam is the secret weapon. It's working, but people may not be fully aware of how it's purifying their consciousness simply by taking food that are offered to the Lord. And especially certain areas of the world like Jagannath, Puri, a Jagannath prasadam there is considered, if you can get Jagannath prasadam, not the food that they distribute to the people in general, but the food that is offered to Jagannath on his plate. That is actually really. So sometimes people ask, what is the difference between prasadam and Mahaprasadam? Mahaprasadam is what's on the Lord's plate, and prasadam is what's offered along with what's on the Lord's plate on the side. Just like we cook big batches of foodstuffs, take some and offer it to the Lord on his plate. What's on the plate is Maha. What's offered along with the Maha is called prasadam, like that. So not that everything is Mahaprasadam. Maha is only what's put onto the deity's plate. So if you can get Mahaprasadam, consider yourself very fortunate. And that's the idea, is to make nice preparations. And just like in our temples, we should have gorgeous offerings. Raj Bhog is the king of all offerings. That is the noon offering. Sometimes we offer 15, 20, 25, 30 preparations on Raj Bhoga. Because if we do it nicely by qualified cooks who are fixed in devotional service, then the Lord is very much pleased when we distribute that prasadam. Everyone immediately has a Krishna conscious experience simply by eating. Prabhupada said you can eat your way back home, back to Godhead. If you understand that prasadam is non-different than Krishna. Because one of the ways to worship the Lord, that's why we call it honoring prasadam. We don't use the word eating prasadam, we say honoring. Honoring means we're accepting these foodstuffs as the mercy of the Lord. And by accepting that, we're actually serving the Lord by accepting his mercy. So it's actually bhakti when you're eating prasadam. But you're not eating, you're honoring. Honoring means to accept it in a spiritual consciousness or in the proper mood, which is the mercy of the Lord. And prasadam is absolute. Not one time, but Srila Prabhupada, many times, he would give darshan in the evening with his devotees. And at the end of the darshan, they would bring this huge plate of Mahaprasadam to Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada he would sit there and he would taste some of the prasadam, not much. And then he would give the plate and they would say, okay, distribute it to the devotees. And so someone would be going around and the devotees would be pointing, well, I want this prasadam, I want this kind, I want this kind, I want this kind. So Prabhupada noted that, and after some time, he told his devotee, you take all of the prasadam and you put it all together, you mix it up. You mix the dal with the sweet rice, and you just you mix it all up, and then you give out a little bit like that. And he wanted to destroy this idea that, we have to be very specific in eating. We have to have this prasadam. Sometimes when we get old, we can only take certain foodstuffs, but in general, we should accept it as prasadam and not so much what it is, but because it's Krishna prasadam, like that. There was this big scandal that just recently arose within the world in India especially, where in the Balaji temple, they're famous for Balaji ladus, these gigantic, beautiful, very tasty, sweet ladus. And people would, go, and sometimes they would also purchase these ladus. So then the temple got somehow a group of the non-devotees took over the organizing and the cooking of the prasadam, and they started to mix it with various types of impure items that were actually unedible, things that were non-veg. I don't know if you heard about this scandal. It was really quite bad. And then it was revealed that these ladus were actually impure because they contained non-veg items. So that was taken to task, and I don't know what happened since then. That was at least 3 months ago, or maybe more, that happened. So yeah. And then the whole thing got, and then people were up in arms about, get back to the standard and remove these people who are, of course, that's a whole story on the news. I don't really want to get into it too much, but just to give an example, that this Balaji Ladu was sought after by people everywhere, even devotees around the world would always go to, when they see Balaji, they would make sure they get a nice Ladu from Balaji. And I remember when we used to taste those things, you couldn't stop eating it. It was just like, there was a certain addiction that would come simply by eating it. It was so tasty and so relishable. So yeah, so prasadam should be first class. No added ingredients other than pure ghee and first class fresh vegetables, very high quality grains, spices that are not mixed with different, just like nowadays they also sell spices and they mix them with wheat or rice powder in order to expand the spice so they can sell more and make more money. But Prabhupada said years ago, people in India, especially those who are wealthy or those who are very aristocratic, they would only use whole spices. Every time they cook, they would take a whole spice and grind it up. And then they would use that, and it would be fresh, tasty, and very pure spicing. Gives a qualitative taste to the food that is much better than using these powdered spices that sit on the shelf for a year before you use them. So that's another thing. So anyway, prasadam, very important part of our Krishna consciousness movement, especially combine these two things. Prabhupada said, the material world is like a hospital, and in the hospital you have people who are sick, and you have the doctor. And when the doctor analyzes the patient, he gives two things. He gives diet and he gives medicine. So Prabhupada said this material world is a hospital, and therefore the medicine is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, Eneche asari maya nasi badalagi, Harinama maha mantra lao tumi magi. This chanting of the Hare Krishna, this is the Ausaudi, this is the medicine in this age to cure the disease of what we say. What's that disease? Disease is forgetfulness of Krishna. That's the main disease. To cure that disease, or ignorance of Krishna. And he said, and the diet, Krishna prasadam, first class. When I first joined the movement, prasadam was really amazing. Now we have brought in so many different cuisines from around the world, and we mix in all kinds of different oils and spices And the quality has diminished a lot because of, well, if we go back to the standard that Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here, everything should be done nicely, first class with ghee, and done by, first class Brahmins who are cooking for the deity with devotion, qualified like that. And you'll see, this is preaching. It's not simply, eating. It is about transcendental preaching, bringing that consciousness up to Krishna consciousness. So simply by taking nice Krishna prasadam, you can become Krishna conscious. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you so much for such a sumptuous class. I'm
Thank
hungry
you.
already. I
That's a
certainly
nice,
want to go and. Sorry, Maharaj.
that's a nice word you use.
Yes, thank you, because I wouldn't mind going and making some halwa puri right now and start to eat. Yes, Maharaj.
Indeed.
Yes, it's so true, and the oils, honestly, they are not the best oil to eat, like the sunflower oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. They're not good. I mean, I think if you agree, the olive oil is the best. If devotees have to cook, maybe olive oil or ghee, as Prabhupada says.
Well, Ayurveda says ghee
Mm.
or coconut oil.
Coconut oil is also very good, scientifically.
Yeah, but Prabhupada didn't give any compromise. He said just ghee.
Ghee. It is, yes. Eden, thank you so much for sorry, you were saying
Yeah,
something?
can you put on the gallery so everyone can be seen? Go to gallery, yeah.
Yes, devotees, if you could kindly switch on your videos. I see the devotees have already started to raise their hand. Sri Devi Mataji is first. Please go ahead, Mataji, with your question.
But Nina, you got to go to gallery because I can't see anybody but you.
So
one
if
sec,
you
ma'am.
go on the
You have to, can you
yeah.
click from your side, Maharaj? Even though I do that, you cannot see that, Maharaj.
Yes.
Okay,
In your
now we got.
computer. Okay.
Now it's
Now,
beautiful.
is it now? Okay.
I can see everybody. There you go.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Nina. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. You have extensively described how dear it is to Srila Prabhupada that we make quality prasadam, cooked nicely, made with love and devotion, made in ghee, offered to the Lord, and then distributed to people. So, going by the standard that Prabhupada has set and what is happening now, what should we conclude and how should we get back on track? Because if it is the case now, what
We
about the
can't.
next 10,000 years?
Yeah, well, yeah. Your concern is well appreciated, but you don't have to. You should, if you're not satisfied, you should make some statements regarding that, or you should cook for yourself, either, and then offer it to your deities like that.
Oh, I'm definitely cooking for myself, Guru Maharaj, and I use only ghee, that too ahimsa protected, ghee made from our devotee farms. But I'm talking about what is being distributed to people, what is being cooked in our kitchen,
Yeah.
temple kitchens, and
Yeah.
so on.
Yeah, but what's the solution? You have to,
That's what I'm
and
asking.
the leaders have to take charge and make sure everything happens. It's based on leadership. The devotees can make their protests and say, this is what we have and this is what Prabhupada want. We can do that. But unless the temple authorities make the changes, nothing's going to change. So make your voice heard to the temple authorities.
I'm going to become very unpopular, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, Srila Prabhupada was unpopular amongst his god brothers. They criticized him for so many things,
Right.
but he knew what was right, so he didn't care. If you know what is right, then you have to live accordingly.
That's right. Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much. My
We live
obeisance.
by principle, not by convenience. Principle is the quality of the living entity's character, principle, not simply, what's convenient or what's less expensive. Mhm. We just heard Shruti Kirti speak about this extensively, about Prabhupada's, how adamant he was about cooking in ghee. And ghee is not expensive. We spend a lot of money on things that we don't even need, so why don't we put a little money in quality cooking? And it should be done nicely. So these two things. We see in Ayurvedic places around India, and some of the treatments they give are ghee treatments. They actually cure people with ghee. The panchakarma includes one time out of the five, pancha means five activities of purifying the body. One of them is ingestion of ghee in different quantities. So that's done as a health remedy. Ghee is really, it said, out of all the foodstuffs in the world, ghee is the most valuable. There was one, he was an atheist. He was a Muni. What was his name? Charvak Muni. Charvak Muni. He would say, beg, borrow, or steal, but get ghee. Of course, we don't have to go the route he's talking about. But at least he understood the value of ghee. Prabhupada said, if you have ghee and you have grains, you have everything you need for, keeping a nice, healthy household. Grains. Grains are very important also. Quality grains. Not grains that sit around in some, some container for about a year and then you use them and then they have no nutritional value at all.
Thank you.
Okay, so this should be an interesting discussion because everyone likes to eat. Everyone has to eat. Raj Mandala. I know some of you are going to say, I can't take ghee and I have to take something else because my doctor said it's like that. So don't give me that argument because I don't want to deal with it. I'm going with Shastra today, not with personal situations.
Maharaj,
Okay, Raj Mandala.
Rajamandal Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you, glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the Vaishnavas. Gurudev, really lovely subject. I really cherish this subject very, very much. I'm very passionate about prasadam. I always have been, ever since I read the Chaitanya Mangala by Locharat Das. And I might have mentioned this once in a class, one of your classes, sorry. that the demigods don't get Mahaprasadam. They do not get it because they can't take it because it's too potent. And we should be very, very, from my learning throughout the years, we should be very, very respectful for Mahaprasadam. And as you mentioned, Srila Prabhupada says that we honor Prasadam. And when I was growing up, I didn't quite understand what that meant. But as I got older, I understood the concept of honoring Prasadam. And Srila Prabhupada, as you know, Gurudev, that Srila Prabhupada used to sometimes relish Prasadam on his own, just maybe facing a wall or just very quietly. And he wouldn't have any commotion, and he would honor the Mahaprasadam or honor the Prasadam. And when I learned that as I was growing up, it made sense to me very much so, the potency of Prasadam or Mahaprasadam. And we should never, ever, ever waste it. I'm really conscious on wasting how much sometimes our temples waste Prasadam, and even sometimes Mahaprasadam. And it upsets me a lot. And I try to, when I do my service, I try to just establish that nothing should be wasted. Please don't waste. If anything, distribute it or take it home.
Yeah, you could give it to the animals also.
Right.
Yeah, they don't know how lucky they are to have the prasadam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, again, I really like this subject, but I had one question. I think you might have answered it before, but I'm not too sure. The potency between Mahaprasadam and Prasadam differs, and how does it affect individuals who consume Mahaprasadam or Prasadam?
How does it affect? An experience. How can you describe an experience? An experience is something that awakens within you, happiness, enthusiasm. Because Prasadam is mentioned, it says that there's three things that give one enthusiasm in devotional service. The dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotee, the water that washes the feet of the pure devotee, and the prasadam from the remnants of the pure devotee. These three things will inspire one greatly in their execution of devotional service. Therefore, one should seek these three things out, especially the Mahaprasadam from the plates of the pure devotees or from the spiritual master, because they receive the Mahaprasadam from the deity, like that. That's in the temples. Outside of the temples, we should cook nicely and offer like that. So the difference is simply in the experience, that's all.
Okay.
And of course, how we accept Mahaprasadam will also give us the experience. We don't eat prasadam or try to satisfy our tongue simply by the process of eating. We honor it like that. It's, again, honor means to accept it as the mercy of the Lord. That's why we say the prayers. Sarira avidjajal jitendriya tehekal jive fele visaya sagare dharmadye jivayati lobamoya sadurmati take jeta kotina samsare krishna varadoyamoy karibara jiva joy swaprasad nadilo by senamrita pao Radha Krishna Guna Gao Premirako Chaitanya Nitai. So what is the translation to that? Who can give the translation of that Mahaprasadam or that Prashadam song. The senses are all networks of paths leading to death. But somehow or other, by eating, I forgot the translation. How's it go? Anybody have that translation in front of them? Sarira avidyaja. How about Nina? Can you find it? This is what we say before we eat. Okay. Okay, oh brothers, this material body is a network of ignorance, and the senses are one's deadly enemies, for they throw the soul into the ocean of material sense enjoyment. Among the senses, the tongue is the most voracious and verily wicked. It is very difficult to conquer the tongue in this world. O brothers, Lord Krishna is very merciful. Just control the tongue. He has given remnants of his own food. Now please eat these nectarian grains while singing the glories of the Lordship, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. In love, call out Chaitanya Nitai. And then that's part one of the song. There's part two. Ek dina syanti porain. That's another part, yeah. How does that one go?
Can you share the prayer on the group, please?
Yeah. Go down
Thank
the page. Yeah. There's a second part to that prayer also.
Okay, Maharaj, I'll share. One sec. That's the link for the first one.
Okay. Why have all of these chats coming up? They're blocking the
Prabhuji,
screen.
is that the food prayer you say before eating food?
Yeah,
Maharaj,
you sing that. You sing that prayer. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then there's Mahaprashade Govinde Namo Brahmani Vaishnave Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwasonai Vidayate. O King, for those who have amassed very few pious activities, their faith in Mahaprashadam and Sri Govinda in the holy name and in the Vaishnavas is never born. We say that first, and then we sing Sarira Avidya Jao.
which is the other prayer, Maharaj? What does that start like?
Speak again. I didn't understand what you said.
Maharaj, you were talking about one more prayer that we need to sing.
Yeah, the second part of the Sarira Vidya. There's part two of that. Ekdi Shanti Pore. Go to the song number 2.
Okay, let me search for Maharaj.
That's Prashadam song 1. We'll get number 2. But that's Ekdina Shanti Pore Raha. And then devotees clap. While that's being sung like that. Because Lord Chaitanya really, when he would get together with his devotees, they would really enjoy prasad. They would make a festival out of prasad like that. Ekdina Shanti Pore Prabhadvaita Gahare Dui Prabho Bhojana Bosilo Sakorare Asvadana Prabhabola Bhaktagana Heshak Krishna Asvadilo Heno Shak Afasadane Krishna Prema Asanmane Sehi Prema Koro Aswadhanam Jala Buri Parihari Prasara Bojana Kori Hari Hari Bolo Sarvajanam. Oh, brothers, one day at Sri Adwaita's house in Shantipur, the 2 lords, Chaitanya and Nittai, were seated for lunch. Lord Chaitanya tasted the green leafy vegetable preparation and addressed the assembly of his devotees. This shak is so delicious. Lord Krishna has definitely tasted it. as the taste of the shak like this. Love of Krishna arises in the heart. In such love, you should taste these remedies, giving up all material conceptions and taking the Lord's prasadam. All of you chant, Hari, Hari. So it's a very joyful experience. But Nina, you understand Bengali?
Yes.
I thought so. Yeah, so it's very, 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 very nice. So devotees can, when they get together, they can sing these songs and then relish Krishna Prasad.
Thank you, Maharaj, for such a joyful experience in chanting those beautiful prasadam songs with you. Thank you, thank you. Maharaj, we had a question in the chat from Abhishek Prabhuji. He's writing, Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. My question is, while practicing bhakti, sometimes our old anarthas, lust, anger, and greed arises again. So what should we do in that situation? Because at that time, we don't have control on our mind.
Chant Hare Krishna. That's all. Chant Hare Krishna, and if that doesn't work, take some prasad. The tongue is lusty, the mind is full of anarthas. Chanting and dancing, taking prasad, and you're getting the medicine, you're getting the diet, everything will become clear in due course of time.
Thank you, Maharaj. We have Somesh Prabhuji. Would you like to go ahead with your question? You're muted, Prabhu.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for an amazing class on Prasadam specifically. Maharaj, my question is that during the translation of Prabhupada mentions that rather than offering food and sacrifices, it's preferable to offer it in front of deities and take prasadam. So I had a bit confusion in how to understand this, that it's better rather than being offered in fire. It's preferable to get it offered in front of deities and it's served it as a prasadam. Can you please?
Yeah. That's the answer is obvious. If you offer it to the Lord, that's what we do. We offer it to the Lord in our temples. If you have deities at home, you offer it to them. As opposed to performing some yajna. Because in every yajna, the final part of the yajna is the distribution of prasadam. So when you're offering food in the temple, cooking, that is also yajna.
So my it can be understood like this also, like Harinam Sankirtan is also a yajna that Prabhupada said to be done in Kalyug rather than so many yajnas being done.
Yajna Sankirtana Praya Yajantihi Sumeda Saha Krishna Varnam Twasa Krishna Sangopanga Sabarsadam Yajna Sankirtana Praya Yajantihi Sumeda Saha Yajna Sankirtana Praya. Sumedasa. Medasa means intelligence. Su means good intelligence. Those who have good intelligence will worship the Supreme Lord in this age through the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Thank you, Maharaj, for simplifying it in simple manner.
We had some more hands up. I think some of them disappeared, right? I don't know.
I think it got answered, maybe, Maharaj, many times.
Maybe everyone went to take prasadam.
Prasadam. Honor prasadam, yes. It's so nice you shared that. I used to always wonder, it's such a nice name to say honor prasadam, but thank you for sharing the reason behind that, Maharaj. It was very
Yeah,
enlightening.
we
Hemangi,
got Hamangi there.
Hemangi Mataji. Please
Hare
go.
Krishna Mataji, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna Maharaj, my obeisances to you. I just had a question around the preaching part you mentioned. What would be the best way of introducing Krishna consciousness to a person who is a Western body?
Well, Prabhupada did that. He introduced it to all of us, or all Westerners. So, anyway, you have to see. You're with the person, you can determine according to the situation. Sometimes we speak about the importance of chanting Hare Krishna, but without getting too much into the details. Or we invite people to come for prasadam so they could have a nice Krishna conscious experience through prasadam. Or one of the ways is to invite them to a festival in our temple. When they come to a festival, they see the devotees, how happy they are, and they either become attracted to the program or even joined in the program like that. So these are different ways. Inviting people to come and join us in our worship, in the temples, in the homes, like that. If you're a grihasta, it's mentioned you should, if you're a grihasta initiated by your spiritual master, you should regularly have programs at your home, invite people to come to speak, and distribute Krishna prasadam and have kirtan. That's the duty of a householder. The home is not simply a place for eating and sleeping, the home becomes a mandir. The deity is there, and you invite guests to come and engage in pravachan, prasadam, kirtan.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
Devotees, feel free to unmute yourself, raise your hand. Any questions? Maharaj is still here with us. Braja Prabhuji, would you like to go ahead, please?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you for allowing me to have another question or say. This conversation has reminded me of a dream I once had when I was living on my own. And the dream was I was waiting with devotees cross-legged on the floor for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I think I was near a river. And when the Lord came, he was shaven and he was so tall that I was able to hug him. And when I hugged him, I was just barely above his belly button. It was like just about above his sternum, his stomach. And he was just so tall and massive. And that was my dream. And I remember him distributing prasadam with his big hands. This is
So when Lord Chaitanya used to distribute prasadam, his hands were so big that he would distribute enough for 5 people.
so like when he was one.
The story of Panihati illustrates that one. When the devotee, when he arranged prasadam there, and also after the disappearance of Srila Haridas Thakur, the Lord arranged prasadam for everyone. And he sat everyone down and he distributed the prasadam because he was so excited about Srila Haridas Thakur's ascent back to the spiritual world. And he just took over the whole thing and just started distributing the prasadam to all the devotees himself. And said that devotees, he was distributing with one hand enough for 5 people. It's mentioned in that Leela. Yeah. This was a big part of Lord Chaitanya's preaching is prasadam.
Thank you, Maharaj. Wonderful questions, wonderful answers. Indulekha Mataji, would you like to go ahead, Mata?
Thank you so much, Nina Mataji, for the opportunity. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandvat Pranam. Thank you for this very, very instructive class, very relevant to us today. Maharaj, I do have a question on, you mentioned that the remnants of the Lord is Mahaprasadam and we can take the remnants of our spiritual master. So in today, we have so many of our spiritual masters, God brothers also. Is it all right for us because we are very eager to get the remnants of a great devotee? Is it okay for us to honor that also?
Yeah, it says you should see the God brothers of your spiritual master on the same level you see your spiritual master.
Perfect. Thank
That's
you.
what that is a statement. Yeah, that's from the Shastra. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for making it clear. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, thank you. That was nice. Glad you brought up that point.
Devi Mataji has another question, Mata.
I just wanted to share a little something and then also ask a question, Guru Maharaj. This Mahakumbh Mela, which is happening, ISKCON and a very prominent business group headed by Gopal Adani are coming together to distribute Mahaprasadam for the entirety of that Kumbh Mela, that 1 month long, more than 1 month. And so we are getting an opportunity to serve prasadam to millions and millions of people. I just wanted to, because Guru Prasad Goswami Maharaj, who's our GBC chairman, is seen in the video talking and thanking him. So that's how I came to know about it. My question is, Guru Maharaj, as devotees of the Hare Krishna movement, do we have to go to the Kumbh Mela and take a dip and honor, the event like that, or it's not required for us?
We go there for preaching. Prabhupada went twice, 71, I think, and 77. Devotees go and set up a little, section, and we do kirtan. We gather all the devotees and we do kirtan throughout the whole camp, which extends for miles and miles. You've seen the camp, it's like, it's a city. They build actually a city within a few days and they stay there for a month. So we just, and we also have classes in the evening for people who want to come and listen. So it's a great opportunity to spread Krishna consciousness. I've met so many devotees within the last couple of weeks. They're all talking about going to and heading out for Kumbh Mela. But, we don't go there for dipping into the sacred river. If you're dipping into the ocean of the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that's equal to bathing in thousands of holy rivers.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much.
But you should go.
I should go
if you want.
to preach?
You'll get unlimited opportunities. You won't be able to do anything else. The preaching is just continuous throughout the whole day.
Wow. Wow, that sounds wonderful.
And there's millions of people there. I don't know how many. Sometimes 60 million people come. Or even more sometimes. People you'll meet the most amazing yogi tapasis, yogis. They come out of the caves and out of the mountains just for this particular. Some of them are 200, some of them are 300 years old. Some of them are even older than that.
And this year was a special Mela, special Kumbh Mela, like even more special than the others. That's what I hear.
Well,
Mahakumbh.
this is Mahakumbha, which is the ultimate. This happens every 12 years, right? Mahakumbha.
This
Mahakumbh.
particular one is supposed to have come after 144 years, Guru Maharaj.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. 12 times 12, yeah.
What is the meaning of this once in 144 years? I don't understand it, Guru Maharaj.
The story goes back to the Srimad Bhagavatam, the 8th canto.
Amrit Manthan.
Yeah. Adhanvantari, when he appeared, he brought the elixir of immortality. 4 drops fell in 4 different places. Allahabad, Prayag, Nasik, Ujjain, and one other place. Can't remember the other place.
Haridwar.
Haridwar, yeah.
Maharaj.
Yeah, Haridwar. So these 4 drops of immortality fell into those areas. So they're very special holy places, those 4 places. Nasik, Ujjain, Prayag, and Haridwar. Then there's Kumbh Mela every 12 years, and then there's Ard Mela, I think every 6 years is Ard Mela. Yeah, any other questions?
Any last minute questions, devotees? Yes, Suraj Babuji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. My question is now I'll be getting married in April. So I want some instructions, and I am getting married to a non-devotee wife. So how shall I make her a devotee?
Cook prasadam for her when the marriage begins every day. You cook.
Okay. Okay. Sure, Maharaj.
So you should get initiated.
Yes, Maharaj.
And take her to the temple.
Yes.
We have some two more questions on the chat. Thank you, Mitra Vinda Mataji, for pointing that out. So one is, he says, Hare Krishna Maharaj, Tamal Krishna Maharaj said that prasadam cooked by Srila Prabhupada was out of the world. He got to taste it on occasion of Bhakti Siddhanta Appearance Day in maybe 1968, when there were about 60 devotees in the temple. How to get such consciousness elevating prasadam nowadays?
Keep the standard Prabhupada established. If you follow the standard, you're following Prabhupada. First-class Brahmins who know how to cook, who are obviously Brahmins, second initiated, cooking only with pure ingredients, and you have everything in place.
We have an interesting comment from his name is Vince Prabhu. He's from Philippines, and he's an aspiring devotee of Sri Krishna. He says, please accept my humble obeisances. I want to ask, why is that when I first tasted dal soup, my tongue could not accept it. But right now, after 1 year since my first attendance in Bhakti Vriksha, it feels like it's not complete when we don't have the dal soup in our prasad after program.
Jai. Welcome to Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, if you're practicing properly, everything you do becomes, you don't do different things, but you do the same things, and each time it's more and more relishable. It gets better. Material life, initially, when you begin something, it may have some attraction, but after some time, it gets old, gets mechanical. You look for something different, something new. That's material life. Spiritual life, we're chanting the same holy name every day. We're eating Krishna Prasadam every day. We're worshiping the same Lord every day. We're associating with devotees. Everything becomes what is called Navayovanam. Navayovanam means it's always fresh. Krishna is Navayovanam. Krishna never gets old. He doesn't pass 16 years of age. Fresh young youth. Krishna consciousness is Navayovanam. Provided we see things and perform our activities in the mood of devotion to Krishna. When we say these prayers for prasadam, we're not only preparing ourselves to honor the Lord's food, mercy, but we're also appreciating that mercy. We're thanking the Lord that He's come in such a wonderful way. We're grateful. If you keep this mood of gratefulness in all activities of devotional service, you'll never become mundane or mechanical or routine. You'll always be eager in any activity you perform. Cooking, cleaning, worshiping, doing other services, all become devotional expressions and experiences. And we also keep this idea, like just like sometimes in the winter time, it's hard to bathe. Sometimes we don't have any hot water, so we have to bathe in cold water. You see that in India, people bathe outside even in the winter time. But if you're in that situation, you're thinking, oh, well, I'm bathing so I can keep my body fresh and clean, so I can serve Krishna nicely. So you see the act as a devotional act and not simply an austerity. Everything depends on consciousness. That's why we want to become Krishna conscious and not routine conscious, mundane conscious, dog and cat conscious, boy girl conscious, Krishna conscious.
Thank you, Maharaj, for such a wonderful class. We are so fortunate to have you. Yes, Trupti Mataji. Trupti Mataji has joined us from London. Mataji, go ahead with your question, please.
My Danvat Pranam to you, Guru Maharaj, and my humble obeisances to you, Guru Maharaj. And as you know, I'm from South London Temple, and your class is so wonderful, enlightening, amazing, and really, really enjoying it. We have heard this conversation before in one of the other class of yours as well. And do you enforce about Mahaprasadam, the difference between the prasadams? It's amazing. I wasn't, a lot of my questions been answered asked by other devotees. And yes, honoring prasadam, to hear that is so wonderful. Not wasting food, and from our temple especially, we make sure that we take it and give it to whoever outside the stations, or wherever we see people, we make the containers, give it to them, so it's not wasted, and give them the consciousness through our prasadam. I always do that also. And about the remnants of the devotees, God brothers and Swami or Maharaj and spiritual masters. Thank you so much for explaining to that, because in one of in Keshav Maharaj came for our first book distribution meeting to train us, and that day we all had a remnants of his prasadam. And this was my first time in book distribution and this meeting as well, and I wasn't sure they be giving this out. And now I know the importance of it, and how I am now honored, and I feel that I have been blessed to take that prasadam from the Keshava Swami Maharaj. And so thank you so much, Maharaj, for all. And about the ghee, it's absolutely true. And I'm the part of cooking team in temple, and yes, ghee makes it taste better. And Lord loves it, and devotees loves it as well. So we should use more ghee, and offer it to Lord and offer it to everybody. Thank you very much, Maharaj. My Dandvat Pranam to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
We have a very interesting comment from Lalitanki Mataji. She says, your Dandavat Pranam Maharaj, your class is delicious, devotional plate of Mahaprasadam. Hari Bol. Thank you.
Jai Ho. Some of you are on the verge of lunch. Some of you are on the verge of breakfast. And some of us are on the verge of evening meal.
Where are you now, Maharaj?
I'm in Mayapur, Sridham Mayapur.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like we have exhausted the questions. Do you usually do a japa session sometimes after?
Why not, Maharaj? If you have time, we
Yeah,
still
I
have
do.
time. We can do one round japa. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can do as many as you want.
Yes, why not?
Thank you so much for doing that, Maharaj.
Yes.
I think you do your japa session first, right? Before you do the class. Is
Yes,
that...
we do japa sessions before the regular classes begin with the Srimad Bhagavatam class. But with you, it will be such an honor to do the japa. Hari bol, whenever you're ready, Maharaj.
You have the slideshow also?
I think Indulekha Mataji can share that.
I think Vinita, she knows the slideshow, right?
Vinita Mataji.
Mataji, I am going to work. I'm on the car.
Oh, you're in the car. Okay, no problem.
Should I share the screen?
Yes, just share the screen.
One second.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, I'm going to begin. Jai Sri Krishna. Sit straight with your back straight, whether either cross-legged or in a chair, but make sure your back is straight. Sit, and then keep the beads up above your waist. And we begin by invoking the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Ram Ram. Oh, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna. 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna. Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna. Hare Debonair. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Rama. Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Casanova. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Can I keep going, or do you want to end the call now?
Vinita Mataji, can Maharaj continue to chant until the Chaitanya Charitamrita class, or should we end it now? I think that
Hare
both.
Krishna, Mataji.
Yes.
So
was-
Maharaj can continue if he so desires.
Yes.
Otherwise, we can end, Mataji, whatever Maharaj wants.
Yeah, so we can continue. So it's 8 o'clock CST until 10. That's when we have, no, the Chaitanya Charitamrita class? Or
Yes, we start the class at 10. Before that, we do have Bhagavatam reading at 9:45.
okay,
Not Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita
Bhagavad Gita.
chapter reading. So we
So
will
maybe
have a
until
break
1
before
more
that.
hour?
Yes, Mataji, but I may not be able to stay on the call for that
Mhm.
long. I have a meeting in 15 minutes. I will be leaving actually
Okay.
on the
Okay.
roll even now. So
Yeah, I will also leave in like 10 minutes. So
okay.
Maybe we should stop here. So
Yes, Maharaj.
sorry,
Thank you.
Maharaj, it was so nice. Thank you for chanting with us. Thank you for your association. Maybe you can join us before the class in the morning. You know, we have like 2 hours chanting. Devotees,
yeah, I'll remember that next time.
that's wonderful, Maharaj. It'll be so nice to chant with you. So 2
Okay,
hours
thank
before the class starts.
Okay, thank you. My obeisances to everyone.
Devotees,
Well-
let's offer our humble obeisances at Maharaj's lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Chandramauli Swami Maharaj ki
Maharaj ki
jai.
jai.
So much,
Thank you,
devotees.
Maharaj.
So much. End the